What a beautiful morning it is to do a little run through of the Argo 2 in Minecraft. I have spent like at least 20, if not 30 hours on this thing over the past week. It's the second time I've built something like this, but the first one I built like a decade ago and did not have all of the cool things that Minecraft has nowadays, but also um, I lost it, so I had to remake it. And I've been meaning to for years and just never happened. So here it is. Here today we get to go through the Argo 2. Um, I like to think that Leo built it in Minecraft first for practice. You know, it's like a rough draft. I'm just kidding. But you never know. Anyway, so this is obviously his helm. We have a little DJ station here. Oh, wicka wicka. Uh, and this bell here is for calling his friends so that they can all come and talk about serious, important things while they're also like collapsed on the floor from tiredness of battle. And one of these levers is probably a Wii remote. Yeah, that's about all I know. Just a bunch of like doodads and doohickeys and things to turn off and on, and I don't even know what this is. Okay, apparently it's that. Um, but yeah, just fun things to like make it look like the helm. I'm sure Leo knows what all of them do. Anyway, here we have the like two ballistae. Yes, it looks just like a ballista. I know, or ballista, however you would pronounce that. We're not going to talk about the fact that it looks like there's a boat there because there's not a boat there. This is Festus in more close-up mode. He's breathing fire at night. It lights up. It's really cool. I'll show you guys later, assuming this tour takes us until nighttime. Um, Also, if it lags, no, it doesn't. I worked so hard to try and like get it to not lag, but I feel like it's even worse than it was before somehow. So we're just gonna ignore the fact that there's a lag. Okay, okay. Um, anyway, here are steps down into this back end of the ship. Ooh, and by back end, I mean front end. I have here the little lounge area, as Rick calls it on his layout of the. Oh my gosh, it's so laggy. Ignore, ignore. I just I don't know, have a very communal area. We have some books here because I feel like demigods always need to research things. There's just a lot they need to know. These have thousand finger massage or whatever. They look just like massage chairs. I know. In here is the kitchen and Annabeth's chair over here, and then everyone else's chair. I never knew what order they actually ended up sitting in ever because I always felt like there were like four people on one side at times, and like it was weird. I feel like every time they have a scene around the table, I'm like trying to follow conversation, and it just never works. But I know this is Annabeth's chair. Okay, and so over here, obviously we have the sink and a little water spout, a drying rack for the dishes that they obviously have to clean up. And here is where the dishes go, and then their little ice chest for all the drinks that they need. And oop, okay, here we have signs. I nicknamed them all on this side because I feel like that's something that Leo would do, but from this side they have their actual names. So we're gonna start with Hedge in his room. He has a little picture of Nelly right next to his bed because of course he does. And he has his little his little TV here where he can watch his various sports and fighting things. Here's where he can practice his like moves on this little dummy guy. He's like pow pow, you know. And his wall of swords. I don't know if this is decoration or actual swords, but I'm afraid to ask. So here we have Frank's room. He has a picture over there that I have always associated with his mom. But then I just realized recently that it could also be a picture that Hazel made for him, which I think would be really cute. But yeah, whatever it is, you can imagine it however you want. And this is a little piece of china that I'm literally creating these headcanons. It's so funny. In my brain, he like picked this up randomly when they were somewhere, and it reminded him of his grandma, because she always loved that stuff, and also he destroyed a bunch of hers, and so like bringing one in, I don't know, it just felt special to me. Yeah, and then this is his bow, and that is a pink button. I do not know why it is here, or why, yeah, it's not actually a button in this, obviously. It's just, it's supposed to be there for something, and I can't remember why I put it there, so it's just there now, but it belongs. This is Anne's best room. Her nickname is just Chase, and that is because Leo was scared of her, so I don't think he would want to give her a different nickname. I don't know. Or he just didn't in canon, and I was not creative enough. Okay, this is obviously Anne Best Yankees cat. And she has some bookcases over here for, again, research purposes. She's always finding something to learn or need to, even though Dayless's laptop had like everything, which this is Dayless's laptop if you can't tell. It had a keyboard here, but it was made out of snow, and then it kept melting, and I got tired of replacing it, so just imagine. There's also a plant here because, I don't know, it's cute, and I felt like she would like it. And then across the way here, we have Jason's room, which is very blank. Also, don't ask why I chose the colors for most of these blankets. They were mostly based on vibe. Most of these rooms are based on vibe, but Jason's room, I feel bad that he doesn't have anything in it, but also I don't think he would have anything in it. So that's just kind of how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, next we have Piper, and Piper's room is, I don't know, it has some stuff. I think this is a picture of her and her dad, like on the beach or something. And I don't remember why I put that like amethyst there, or I think that's what that's called. The flower, again, vibe, entirely based on vibe. Yeah. And I felt like she would like it to smell nice, so I put the candle. Then we have Percy's room, and his is, he has this fun decoration, which nobody else gets a like fun, just purely decorational piece, but I guess like Piper kind of did, but it wasn't as much, I don't know. It felt more right than actually Percy having a decorational piece, but that just looks like something that would be in Percy's room, you know? So I had to. This is like sea cucumbers, I think, which are fun. And they're not really, they didn't want to go in the pot, but you know, that's apt for Percy. He would also not want to be constrained by that. So I feel it. That paper is just clutter. It could be anything you imagine it to be. There are some really cute imaginings that I can imagine, but I'll let your imagination take it over. Okay. Hazel, I feel like Leo like respects her too much to give her a nickname as well. Oh, Percy's was Waterboy, in case you didn't see that. Okay, and her room has this is a painting that I think that she did, or a drawing or whatever. She has a little bookcase too. She has gems literally everywhere because girl be nervous. It just happens. Okay, like I don't know how they would like pop up in the middle of the ocean, but they have landed a couple of times, and I feel like in that amount of time, it would like they would come. At some point, they would appear. I can't get through doors. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. So this is Leo's room. He has a lot of everything everywhere. I think that this is supposed to be, if I remember correctly, I did most of this in like the middle of the night a couple of times. Like most of this was done at like between the hours of like 1 and 5 a.m. I think. So yeah, I don't remember a lot of the decisions I made. But this one I think is supposed to be his little Argo 2 drawing that he did. Clutter, again, just like ideas and blueprints and maps and schematics and things. Yeah. Okay. here we have one of the two bathrooms. They are mirrored, so we will only tour one. We have a little thing, some sinks here as well, some bathroom stalls that have little toilets. The showers actually are so well created that you can't actually get out of them, but we choose to ignore that. The iron doors were white, and then I forgot that. Yeah. Anyway, so here we have a mirror, so that you can check yourself out and see how completely ragged you look after being at the sea. So honestly, it's probably good that it's grayed out because we probably look so bad just fighting monsters and barely sleeping and you know. Anyway, so down here we have the armory. It is what you would think it is. Yeah, and then we have the sick bay over here. Over here are some like drawers or cupboards. In my brain they were drawers, but also that doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Anyway, so they have like normal first aid stuff in them. We have a sink. Obviously, washing hands is important. I feel like Hedge, being a satyr, would be like familiar enough with nature magic to want to like have a decent amount of it in the sick bay, just because you never know. We got to make sure that everyone's okay. And then we have some ambrosia and nectar here. This is actually the only chest with stuff in it on the entire ship. Fun fact. But this is the engine. I don't know how engines work, so this is just kind of like what it looks like. That technically might bring energy and stuff up to the main ship, but also the redstone does that too. So I don't really know anything, but this is the ship engine. Yeah, I don't know. These are technical storage rooms, as opposed to the storage rooms that are upstairs. They kind of have more purpose. These have magical items in them, obviously. And yeah, they just are neat and organized. And this is the stables. These are the stables. This is the stable room. These are the bay doors that Christy and Ambeth had a picnic on, obviously. I do not need to remind you of that. Little happy place. I really should just put a little basket over there with blankets in it, but I have no idea how I would go about doing that. So yeah, this is probably like one of my favorite things. I love living here. We'll just come back. I think I finished it a few days ago, and I'll just come back and like hang out here just for funsies because it's such a nice, cozy atmosphere and it feels like home. And I think that's why I wanted to make it too, is that the Argo has always felt like home to me. Anyway, so here is Hephaestus's fire in all his glory. Wow, beautiful flames. I hope you guys liked it. Also, if you didn't, it was really, really fun to build, and I really just honestly hope it did Leo and all of his hard work justice. Yeah. So peace out, I guess.